traders, Mike Hamilton for Trade the Easy Way, and I just want to run through a few trades, but before I do that, let's just look at the overall big picture here. This is the Dow on the daily chart, and you can see after this sell, we've pushed into a resistance area, pull right back to the Sunday open, and just breached it, and then very, very aggressively pushed up. So if we close above this 16,400 on end of this week, we could start to see this gradually climb up to this resistance. At which point I want to get seriously short. I mean, all moving averages are tucked up here, so 17,200. At some stage, I think that's going to get tested. Now, whether that is in the coming weeks and months, in the run-up as we get into the report season, the earnings season, and into the typical first 3-4 months of the year, when you'd expect this market to base and pull up after the earnings season and we've recovered something from this. But of course, if we close the week anything under 16.2, then we are toast, and we could come down and test these areas down here. Alright, so overall I'm still very, very bearish, but I think the energy sector has had a bit of a bounce today. We'll look at that in a minute. Quickly onto the Forex. Let's look at this pound yen. It's trying to base, and that is a marginal. I was expecting to call this a reversal pattern, but we've just matched yesterday's bar instead of close over it, so that's a pretty feeble at the moment consolidation pattern, but we are on this 127 extension with a lot of support. So the way in which we close today could be very, very significant. I think we are basing here, and we could come and test 175, at which point we may get the leg down to this level here. So stay tuned. And we are very, very extended. There's no such thing as overextended. In markets like this, when markets get very, very bearish, you can just put the RSI to one side and forget about it. The RSI can stay oversold or overbought for weeks and months. Anybody who experienced the oil boom of 06-07 will testament to that. The RSI stayed at extreme levels for about 3 or 4 months until we saw any sort of selling at those highs. Right, so look at the euro. I think this euro is getting ready to roll over, which would be good for the DAX and good for the markets. This is a reversal bar under the 50 EMA, so I would look to short into 900 if we see it, or 880 up there. I just think there's a lot of topping patterns, but of course how we close into Friday is going to be very, very significant. Any other charts? So let's have a look at oil, since we're talking about oil. It's actually a reversal pattern. A new low, close above next day is a reversal. We have some divergence going on in the MACD, and the stochastics is just looking as if that's swinging up from the lows. So we could come and retest 35, 37, which is a major level of resistance. I mean, to me, 50 would be the mean, but we're a long way off of that. So let's just see. So that leads me on to oil stocks. We've got ExxonMobil, XOM. I would sit tight for a pullback to 77.10, and to see if that one could pick up. You've got the oil services, Schlumberger, SLB, with a hammer on a 127 extension. I would bid at 63.10. I wouldn't just jump in there, and I would go in half size, seeing as the oil is so weak. And I would build a position if that works out. Other ones to note are, look at COP, Conoco. Reversal pattern, new low, close above next day. So 40.35 is a pullback area for that. That's probably one of the better charts. Let's close right on resistance. So if you want to play safe, wait until that closes above 41.30. Alright, so let's have a look at Apache. Yep, that's a neat close, very neat close. We've closed above resistance. Okay, so I'm cautiously optimistic about some of these oil stocks. I'm dipping my toe in the water. I'm certainly not going to pile in. Alright, so trade very carefully, manage your account carefully, don't overexpose yourself. Make your own decisions, see what you think, and then let's take a look at it. Alright, but in the meantime, the market is certainly trying to hold, at the very least. It's just, we don't often look at the FTSE, so let's look at the FTSE. That's a reversal pattern. That's a very nice reversal pattern. I will be a buyer of 59.30 tomorrow. Okay, US retail sales. So we get a good figure that could put a spring in the market. So look at the DAX, as we talk about the DAX quite a lot. That's a hammer on this box. That's a hammer-like bar on the box. Again, it's not a convincing signal because we've not closed above 10,000. So we could still spend some time down here if this is going to reverse or just roll over. But that box is a box I clearly identified yesterday, and I'm looking to see if we can basically get a repeat pattern here where we closed above the box on October 5th, we pulled back into the box on October 6th, and then slowly began to grind up to 11,400 or 11,500. Okay, so let's take it easy, let's see what the market gives us, and there's no trading room tomorrow because I don't open the room on Friday, but I hope that helps. For those of you who have come to an end of a free trial, I'll be sending out invitations for you to join the room formally, and yeah, make sure you stay in tune with our trading community, which is building quite nicely. Alright, I said to you I would show you some trades I did. So let me just look at the Dow. Peak times on the Dow. This is how I have my Dow chart marked up. I sold into one of the two key periods of the day. I sold at 470 and took it off at 355. If you look at a 15-minute chart, you'll see why, or certainly my 15-minute chart, you'll see why I did that. Because the 355 was the 50% fibs. So I had a sell signal in the 15-minute chart, and then my target was that 50% fibs. If we get a pullback into the 300 area, that could potentially be the place to get long. Euro, I did short the euro. I called in the room that I was looking for a 15-minute reversal pattern, and that's what I got. So if we get a retest of, this is what I've talked about in the video, this video, this is what the level I commented earlier in this video was 880. and that's why I'll be looking for the underside of that funnel pattern to see if that can take us down to 108 and beyond. Alright, I do hope that helps, and I will see you at the next update.